Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today I am doing another technique that I'll be teaching at the Fluid Art Experience. I'm doing it a little different though than what I'm actually planning on teaching. In the class I'm going to be teaching keeping negative space with this particular technique, but today I'm not going to keep negative space. I'm going to use probably a little more paint than I need because I'm going to cover the entire canvas. Today I'm going to be doing the Deconstructed Ring Pour, where I purposely lose the center of the ring pour. We're going to tilt it off the canvas and just create some really wild and crazy lines. I'm also using a ton of leftover colors because I want to get rid of them and I don't want to throw them away. So I am using probably about 10 colors. Way too many colors. I don't need to use this many, but I figure why not? So let's get down on the table and get started. I'll be right back. All right, so I've got an 18 by 24. I'm repurposing this canvas. I painted my sides and edges. It's going to be white. And like I said, this is going to be one of those techniques I'm going to be doing at the Fluid Art Experience, where I am doing a deconstructed ring pour, where I'm purposely removing the center of the ring pour off of the canvas. And I'm going to flood my canvas with white, but then I've got a lot of colors because I've got a lot of leftovers. So what I'm going to do today is do two ring pours and then stretch them out. So this is my sky blue light, and this is from Amsterdam. I mean, I've got a lot of colors, way too many probably, but I just want to use them up. This is my 24 karat gold. This here is my Azo Lemon. Got some quinacridone rose. I've got some copper. These are all mixed with American Floetrol and paint only. I've got some, this is sky blue. This is a little combination of carmine red and a little bit of vermilion. And I believe this here is a light rose, if I'm not mistaken, in Amsterdam. I'll have all the colors in the description box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna layer, I'm gonna need about 16 ounces of paint. These are 9-ounce cups. So I'm just gonna layer them and not go all the way up to the top. And I will put out 2 ring pours and then we will stretch it out. I'm gonna pour them both at the same time. So we're gonna go with some of the sky blue. Got my gold. I think I'm gonna just separate the gold with a little bit of white. Some of the yellow. This will be a new class that I'm teaching at the Fluid Art Experience. I like these because so many people are now doing fluid art, which is fantastic, no problems there. But we're always doing, you know, swipes, ring pours, straight pours, blooms. Ooh, that's a lot of drippage. Flip cups, you know, so you just kind of run out of different techniques. So I thought I would teach something where we're not always doing the same thing. So I thought, let's deconstruct the ring pour and not leave the center ring on the canvas. I don't know. Maybe deconstruct is not necessarily the right word. I don't know. What would you call it? Let's just come back in anyways. But I like just experimenting with different things. And so this is just kind of a cool way to, I'm not gonna put white in between there. So like I said, we'll only need 16 ounces of paint. These are 9-ounce cups, so we'll have 18 ounces. That'll help us have some extra paint to be able to tilt off. Like I said, all these paints were leftovers, so it's not like I'm losing any sleep over them. All right. So what I'm going to do here is just get some white on here. That'll help get that paint to slide around a little bit. All right, so I think what I'll do is I will put the first set of paints here and the next set here. And what I want to do is I want to get the paint here in the center, but I'm going to bring the ring almost traveling over here to the side so it can be kind of the first thing that goes off. All right, so let's do the first one here. There we go. And I can put the second one right here, almost on top of it. Since I don't have much left of this left over, just scrape it all out. I'm going to give this a torch. All right, let's manipulate it down, manipulate it back. This way. Kind of opening things up here. Using the weight of the paint. Take those centers off. Paint's moving kind of fast, so I'm gonna come off over here. Bring this yellow down here. Close up some of that. There we go. What we end up with is deconstruction. So our ring pour no longer looks like a straight ring pour. I've stretched and moved the lines up and down so you get really an abstract piece. I didn't get mud, which was great because I kept my colors separated. I had tilted off. I probably definitely used a little too much paint. I probably didn't need to use all 18 ounces. I definitely could have stuck with the 16, especially since I had that white underneath, but I'm okay with that. I got enough paint off of the canvas so it's not going to crack, but the cool integration of the colors is really developing these little cloudy cells around here. Pretty cool. I got some nice lines in here. Got the gold, that red, really cute with the pinks. All right, so let's do a torch. But this is what's really cool about this technique is you don't end up with just a straight ring pour. You end up with different lines going different directions, two separate pours. So you can see where the white here is. So when I initially poured this white line was divided up here. So we ended up moving it way down here. That's because we had enough paint to allow for movement. Yeah, so I'm just gonna clean up my sides and edges and then I will bring you guys down. All right, here we are with the wet result. Bring you in here close. Sorry for the glare. Nice streaky lines. We'll see this one is dry. Okay guys, that is it. So it is still a little wet, so I can't hold it up for very long because I don't want the center to move because it's still tacky through here. You can still see the wetness, but really cool lines. I'm gonna hold it this way. Got some really cool effects with this. But in the class, I am gonna be teaching you this technique, but we're gonna probably you don't have to, but I'll be teaching it with keeping negative space. So this will get some coats of gloss varnish on it and then it'll go up on the website. I love the effects that it gets by tilting off that center. You know, ring pours, everybody does them, everybody can do them pretty much, but also being able to tilt them off and then keep some negative space, but being able to manipulate and move that paint, creating lines and different angles is really what's cool about this. So Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to head over to the Fluid Art Experience and book your classes now. All right, I'll see everyone next time. Everyone have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.